Hey guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get constituent data for SPDRs, Invesco, and iShares ETFs. So this will be directly from the source. Within the code, I have split between venues. So we're going to take a look at SPDRs ETFs first. For this particular venue, we can download all the ETFs in a batch. And within this block, I have three functions. This first function downloads the zip file with all the ETFs. So you need to specify a path on where to unzip the files to and a download date. Now, given the path and the download date, you need to assign a ticker you want data for. And what it's going to do, it's going to look in this folder that we just downloaded and read it into RStudio. These files are downloaded as Excel spreadsheets, so we need to use this special wrapper to read them in. So the second function will read in all the constituents data from within this folder. What we can also do is read all the files in. So this third function does that. All we need to pass in is the path to that folder. It's going to list all the files and read all of the data and format it as well. So let's go ahead and test these functions. I'll go ahead and run this block. In the next block, we're going to go ahead and test those functions. So this is the location of where the SPDRs folder is going to unzip. I'm going to set my current date for the download date and then run get SPDRs. This will download all the files to my path, and then we're going to use our second function to call a specific ticker in. So we're going to read in these 4 ETFs just to make sure that the function is working. And then this next line, which is commented out, will read all the ETF data that was downloaded as a batch. So this does take some time to run, so I manually saved it, and we're going to read it back in. We're going to use this table to check the number of shares for each symbol for all the ETFs and their weights. I need to assign a download date for these functions, so I'll go ahead and add those. And we'll go ahead and run this block. Alright, so we can check SPY. We have over 500 entries. We have the company name, the ticker, the identifier, their weighting. I guess they used to provide the sector as well, the number of shares held, and the local currency. Now, if we check all ETFs, we have over 166,000 entries, and that's for all the ETFs, including the treasury ones. So by using this table, we can get the total number of shares for each stock, the ETF count, their average weighting in each of the ETFs, and their sum of the weight. You can also manually check each stock. So for NVIDIA here, we see that the ETF count is 42. These are the 42 different ETFs that include NVIDIA, the number of shares held, and their weighting. Now let's check out the second venue. So I'll go ahead and close these out. Now for Invesco ETFs, I have built two functions. The first gets all of their products, and the second one is calling a particular ETF by their symbol. And we're going to use this URL to read in the data. So let's go ahead and run this block, and we'll test out the functions. Alright, so we'll take a look at all of their products. So we were able to get 229 different ETFs. So you can essentially call each of these particular symbols. If we take a look at the Qs, this is what the data looks like. They do provide a sector, so that's useful. We'll take a look at another ETF from Invesco, and you could essentially run a similar report to the one we ran for the SPDRs ETFs. Now for the last venue, for iShares, that one was a little picky because we have to build the actual URL. I'll show you how to get these URLs for now, but I do plan on fixing this. So it looks like they have a product code for each of their ETFs along with the full ETF name. This seems to be consistent throughout along with the rest, and we do see that the file name contains the symbol, and all we have to do is pass in the URL and read it directly into R. To get these URLs, you can visit their product page. So here we have their product page. If you click on any of the ETFs, it'll take you to the main landing page. You click on holdings, and here we're going to get the detailed holdings and analytics. So this should download, and if you go to your downloads page, you just essentially need to copy this URL. So we'll click on copy, and all you have to do is just paste that into R. So we'll go ahead and add that. I'm going to go ahead and test this function out. I'll call in the IWM, and if we take a look at this particular ETF, we see all the values here. So it's a little annoying, but once I have the product codes and the full ETF name, we can automate the process. Well guys, this concludes the video. I'll leave a link down in the description area to my Patreon where you can find the script. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.